Hi Taurus, welcome to your bonus reading for December 2025. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing readings for all my zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other really fun content. This bonus reading is because you guys were one of the top 3 zodiac signs that engaged with my content at the top of the month, so this is my way of saying thank you. You're going to be getting a love reading and a general reading today. It's a 2-for-1 special. Let's go ahead and jump right into it and start off with your love reading. Also, Tauruses, please keep in mind whatever messages come up, okay? And also, please don't try to force a message you see on the internet to fit your specific personal life. If it's not resonating, it may just be a message for another Taurus out there. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Spiritual team, love oracles, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time regarding their love lives, regarding their person? What messages do you have for the Taurus collective regarding their love lives and regarding their person? Let's see. What do we have? So first up, we have Elizabeth Taylor. Okay. I mean, the Queen of Marriage, right? So on the card, it says, don't run so fast that you can't be caught. Okay, I like that. It also says you can be a big fan of marriage, just be an even bigger fan of diamonds. True friends last longer than marriage, however many times you marry. Wow, okay, it's giving. It's definitely giving Taurus, especially with the diamonds bit. Like, Elizabeth Taylor is just that girl for me, and like, listen, love comes and goes, but as long as I'm physically, financially secure, that's really the biggest thing. And also, I need good friends, solid friends around me. At the bottom of the deck, we have Billie Holiday. All right. There you go, Billie Holiday. And this card says, a kiss never tasted is like a fine wine wasted. You'll never know when to stop until you've had too much. You can find friends in the darkest places. This is such Taurus energy. You guys are all about like the sensuality of anything in life, really. It's the senses, the 5 senses: touch, smell. You like luxury. You like comparing a kiss to wine is so Taurus. So some of you guys might be in this state of like just like reveling in the feeling of love. Some of you guys might be in a new relationship or dating somebody new, and you're just kind of like bathing yourself in this feeling of love and being loved and being wined and dined, and you know, like, who knows if it's gonna be forever or if it's gonna be for tomorrow, but right now we're enjoying this. It makes us feel good, and that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective regarding their love lives? Okay, regarding their person, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective? Whoa. Regarding their love lives and their person, what messages do you have? Cards are jumping. I don't often get cards jumping out of deck, so when they do that, it means that there's definitely a lot of energy going on. Okay, so the first 2 cards that popped out of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. What else do we have at the top of the deck? We have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. And what's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. We have the Magician, the Fool, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 10 of Swords. I feel like some of you guys may have recently gone through a breakup of some kind, or a very like difficult ending in terms of a relationship. Maybe this is something that I feel like for a lot of you guys, this was something you guys were in a relationship with for quite some time. So for those of you that are in a new relationship already, like, I'm not going to try and guess how long it took you to start dating again. That's none of my business. But for those of you where you now find yourselves dating again after kind of a tougher breakup, I do see you guys kind of like figuring out what you want with this 2 of Pentacles. And I think a lot of you guys really do enjoy love. You guys love loving people and you guys love being loved. Some people may see that as being codependent with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like a lot of you guys maybe even recognize that, like, oh gosh, I can't seem to stay out of relationships. Like, I want to be mature. I want to be mature about how I go about my relationships, but damn, this just feels so freaking good. You know what I mean? So listen, self-awareness is really the key here, in my opinion. Some people would say it's like the first step to admitting you have a problem, right? Or like how to fix it. But I would say, like, as long as you're aware of, you know, how you go about relationships and the patterns, I definitely feel like that's a big part of making sure that you go about this in a way that is ethical. But I do feel like a lot of you guys are just taking this time to, like, really just enjoy what you have right now, what you have going on right now. If you are in a new relationship and you're just dating, a lot of you guys are just like, I'm just here to have fun. I don't really have any plans for anything in the future. If it works out, it works out. Cool. Like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But honestly, like, no pressure, no pressure. But also, I feel like for a lot of you that maybe aren't dating right now, you guys are in this period of self-reflection. This Ace of Swords in reverse and Five of Cups in reverse, you guys may have done a lot of work mentally and emotionally to work through those feelings of the breakup or the ending of the relationship. You guys have been doing a lot of soul searching, I feel, especially with this High Priestess card here. I feel like you guys are really diving deep into those feelings of maybe some of you guys are codependent. And again, this is going to be a very specific message. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm saying all Tauruses are codependent, but if you are resonating with that and you're recognizing, like, hey, I might have a little bit of codependency issues, this is going to be for you. So a lot of you guys, I feel like, who are going to stay single, who are not interested in really dating at this point in time, this is the time to reflect. This is the time to dig deep. This is the time to kind of work on ourselves a little bit, figure out what it is that we do actually want in relationships with the Two of Pentacles. What's important to you, what isn't, what is a deal breaker, what isn't, all of that sort of thing. And then really just sort through all of the emotions. So I can see a lot of you guys journaling right now around this time, especially we just had, at the time that I'm recording this, we just had a full moon in Gemini. It's the last full moon of 2025. What do we want to go into 2026 with? Like, what do we want our relationships to look like? What do we want our friendships to look like? Our romantic relationships, our family relationships, our coworker relationships, our boss relationships. What do we want those to look like? What do we want to feel when we interact with these people on a regular basis? And what do we not want to bring within? What do we not want to bring into 2026? Come on. My mouth is just flustered, flabbergasted. And I feel like this is going to be so important moving into the new year, especially because we have the Magician, we have the Fool card here at the bottom of the deck. Really figuring out what you want is going to be so important for those of you that are going to be manifesting or doing things to call in what it is that you want this year. This is really a fresh start for a lot of you guys. And honestly, yes, purging relationships, purging situations, bad habits is going to be so important for the end of 2025, because we don't want to bring any of that energy into this new year, into this new start. And 2026 is honestly going to be such an amazing year. I think, just based off the astrology that I'm seeing, there's going to be a lot of great things. I'm not saying it's without its challenges or without its negative aspects too, but there is just a lot of forward progress that I'm seeing, and I'm actually super excited about for a lot of us. Okay, so what do you want to focus on? How do you want to feel moving into 2026, right? That's really the biggest thing. It's like, what are you looking for? And it's easy to also list off the things we don't want, but really also focus on what you do want, okay? What do you want to feel from somebody? What do you want to receive from people? What do you want to give? All of that is going to be so important. So really just appreciate this downtime that you have. Honestly, like this second half of December, rest. Take as much time to rest recuperate, reflect as you can. Honestly, your body, your mind, and your emotional state will thank you going into 2026. Do not push yourselves too hard. And I really, truly mean that, okay? Just astrologically speaking, embrace the rest, embrace the slower times, because we are going to have a lot of those towards the end of the month. So just embrace it and don't try and force yourselves to do too much, okay? So that is what I'm seeing in your reading. I'm going to go ahead and close things out with a couple of oracle decks. I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. What do I want to use? I think this would actually be really, really good for like journal prompts or like self-reflection. So I'm going to use this deck. It is the Rebel deck. It is, if you're familiar with the Rebel brand, it is very blunt, it is very forward, and it does use curse words. So I'm just warning you guys ahead of time. Let's go ahead and get into it. Spiritual team, Rebel deck. What messages do you have for the Taurus collective regarding their love lives and their person or their person? What messages do you have for the Taurus collective regarding their love lives or their person? Ooh, I just saw the first one come up, and that is a doozy. All right, let's take a look. This first card that came up says, do you really love them? And the back says, then wash, fold, and put away the clothes. Okay. I told you, very blunt, very direct. So again, it's like, what are you willing to give? What are you willing to put into these relationships? And vice versa. What do you expect in relationships? What is realistic for you? What is bare minimum for you? Like all of these things that you want to know going into a relationship. Like what kind of effort do you want to see from someone else? Also, do you even really like this person enough to do everything that they want from you? For those of you that are in a relationship currently, do you really like this person enough to do all of that for? It's just something to consider. All right. Next card is get hot and sweaty. And on the back it says work out and grow old as fuck together. Cute. I like that. I like that. So I feel like this is someone, if I'm reading this correctly, if I'm understanding this correctly, I feel like the Tauruses are looking for someone that they can really settle down with long term. But also like that person's got to match your energy. They got to match your freak. They got to match, you know, your activity level. Like, is this someone you want to go to the gym with? Is this someone you want to get healthy with? Is this someone that supports you in whatever it is that you do? Like, is this someone that you want to work alongside of and, you know, get your hands in the dirt and get dirty with, kind of a thing? What are you building together, kind of a, you know, situation? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from that. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have spend time with Bae, make art, love, or music. And that is so Taurian. That is very Taurian energy. Art, love, creativity, something nice, make a nice meal. Okay, spend quality time. Some of you guys may be spending quality time with your boo, or you may find that like quality time is your significant love language. Okay, so Tauruses, that's what I'm seeing for you guys romantically. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle and clear my table, and then we will get started on your general reading. I'll see you there. All right, Taurus, we are gonna jump into your general reading. Let's go ahead and start off with an oracle deck. Spiritual team, Luminous Astro deck. What messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? What do we got going on? All right, first up, we have the third house. Okay, in astrology, the third house rules communication, our thinking. This also rules like social media, socializing, your neighborhood, your neighbors, okay, short distance travel. Next, we have the seventh house. Okay, so the seventh house is all about partnerships, connections, one-on-one relationships. And it doesn't just have to be about romantic relationships, even though this house does also rule marriage. This could be like your best friend, this could be your business partner. This can rule contracts, justice, legal things, stuff like that. Next, we have a conjunction, which is an astrological aspect that is like an empowering. It's basically like combining and enhancing any energy between two planets that are very close to each other. And then finally at the bottom of the deck, we have Chiron, which is the asteroid of healing, the most infamous asteroid, I might argue. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Chiron, because are we going to be crying this month or not? So there could be a lot of healing. There could be a lot of tears for you guys, related to like your social life, or related to your local community, related to any close connections that you have. Yeah, there could be some really, really deep emotional events happening here, but ultimately it feels like this is meant to push you forward, to help you grow in a lot of ways. It might hurt in the short term, but in the long term, this is actually going to help you become a stronger person, a smarter person. All right, let's go ahead and get in the tarot and see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? What do we have going on? All right, Four of Wands in reverse. Oof, okay, Two of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Ten of Swords. The Moon. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Magician. We have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords in reverse. Wow. Wow. I mean, talk about emotional. Yeah. That was nailed on the head from the jump. Okay, Four of Wands in reverse immediately like talks to me about someone's home, like family home, your hometown, like your roots. So this could talk to me about, I mean, heck, this could even talk about marriage. This could talk about someone's like wedding being canceled. This could talk about someone losing their home for me. This could talk about someone's childhood home being lost, like their family losing their home. Whatever this is, it does feel devastating, because the Ten of Swords, listen, emotional and mental damage on 10. On 10. This is devastating, and I feel terrible having to say this or relay this message. If this ends up resonating for somebody, it just feels like something happens, you can't control it, and not only can you not control it, you can't even fix it. I'm reminded a lot of the fires in LA from last year, or earlier this year, I guess I should say, because we have wand energy. The first three cards were wand energy in the reverse. Wands are associated with fire energy for me. So for me, it's like someone could have lost their home in a fire, or may lose their home in a fire in the future. For those of you where it's like you already lost a home because of a fire, this is just, it feels like more red tape. It feels like more hoops to jump through in terms of getting something fixed or resolved. Like the insurance company, it feels like insurance red tape with this King of Wands in reverse. It feels like insurance red tape. I don't know if this is just like, I don't know, like, I just feel like insurance companies can do some just shady shit if they don't, like I live in California, right? So living in California, a bunch of insurance companies stopped offering fire insurance in the last year or two. And earthquake insurance, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact that Southern California, and California in particular, it's a very dry state, and we are prone to fires, definitely in certain areas. But sometimes we have freak fires like the one that happened earlier this year, or the ones that happened earlier this year in LA. So it's giving like insurance bullshit. And it's like you can't even really do anything about it. And it's so hard. This is going to trigger like some deep emotional things I can't even begin to understand because I've never lost a home before. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to sit here and put myself in someone's situation, and I just mentally and emotionally I can't even imagine what this could be like. But just having the moon card here and then Chiron, I mean, this is really deep stuff. This is, I mean, bringing up maybe old traumas. Like, it's unlocking things that I don't think you guys ever considered you would ever feel or face, or even traumas that you had in the past. Like, this is unlocking a whole new side of you and your emotional state and your mental state. It's going to be very, very, very difficult. I'm just going to let you know that right now. But what I do see is that there is still community. I still feel like there is community with this Magician card and the Six of Pentacles right next to each other at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you guys have maybe had a lot of help up until this point, or you've been receiving assistance in some way that has been really beneficial in terms of like keeping you guys afloat while you figure things out. Now what I'm nervous about is like, will this assistance run out? Is this what this is talking about? Is this assistance ending and running out soon? I don't think so. I just feel like this is kind of unrelated. But for those of you where, I mean, community is just going to be a huge part of this, really kind of seeing you through it. Unfortunately, it's like when the insurance company and, you know, the institutions that are meant to help us and guide us through moments like this fail, who do we have left? We have our neighbors, we have our family, we have our people that love and care about us on an individual level, not on a policy level. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as tough as it is, there is just a little bit of like, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a little bit of just care and nurturing with this Ace of Cups that just kind of, I'm not going to say makes it better. It makes it more tolerable. It makes it so that you can get up in the morning and keep going. Does that make sense? That's kind of what I'm getting from this is, yeah. I mean, very heavy, very intense. So for those of you that are going through this, I mean, my heart goes out to you. I don't want to start crying, but I just, you know, all you can do is keep going and keep fighting and keep trudging and just keep your loved ones close. You know what I mean? And for those of you that maybe have not experienced this, but you have somebody in your life that is going through this, just support them and uplift them in any way that you can during this time. I feel like if you are watching this, you're already somebody that does that without even needing to be told to do so. But yeah, like if this is your family that's going through it and you're offering your home to them, like in the meantime for them to stay there and live there, like just being that source of stability goes a long way, means a lot at this time. All right, Tauruses, that's what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the reading with an oracle deck. Let's see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual team, Moonology, manifestation, oracle cards. What final messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the Taurus collective at this time? Yeah, the biggest takeaway I keep getting from this is just keep fighting, keep doing what you have to do. Stay on those insurance companies' asses. Like, don't let this no or red tape deter you. Like, keep fighting. And I know easier said than done, but yeah. Join up with other community members or neighbors that are like banding together, like working together. That's, I think, could be a really, really good option as well. Even if you don't have something like that, maybe consider starting something like that. All right. So the first card we have is New Moon in Aries, and it says, go for it. So keep fighting, keep pushing. Yeah, keep searching for answers and solutions, even when it feels like there aren't any. Next, we have New Moon in Gemini, think it through. Okay, think it through. Consider all your options. If someone is trying to offer you like a, some bullshit deal or like way out, really consider whether there is literally anything else that you can do or if anything you haven't tried yet. Okay, and then finally at the bottom of the deck, it says last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less and feel more. For those of you where like you're really doing your best to like just stay strong and not like break emotionally, you're gonna need to do that this month. I'm just telling you right now. With the astrology that's happening in the second half of December, it's gonna be really, really tough mentally and emotionally. So like, cry. Let yourselves cry. You don't have to be the strong person all the time. Like, if you feel like crying, cry. Do it. Otherwise, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. You're gonna cause yourself a whole lot of stress in your body, not just in your mind, but like, cry, feel what you need to feel. It's frustrating, it's hard. No one expects you to be strong all the time. All right, Tauruses, that's my final messages for you. Please leave a like and a comment if this resonated. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this with another Taurus if you feel like it would resonate for them. If you want to see more content from me, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. My handles are below in the description box if you want to see other stuff from me there. That is also where you can reach out to me to schedule a personal reading until I get my website set up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.